morning and welcome to another video. Today we're starting off with errands. So I've already checked in with work, everything's good, so I'm taking a minute, running some errands. And first stop was Krispy Kreme's, and I wanted to get a coffee, but I didn't want to make two stops, so I'm trying some Krispy Kreme coffee. I think this is the caramel specialty latte, and I believe it has oat milk in it. If not, I've been lied to. I really tried. I got a lot of footage of me waiting in the drive-thru. Had to take my phone off of my purse and set it aside. I thought it was still rolling, and it was not. When I reached aside to grab my purse, to grab my wallet, I turned the phone off. So I have no actual window footage, which is unfortunate. But next time, yeah, why don't we try the coffee? It's more milkshake than coffee, but it's good. Yeah, if you have friends that don't like coffee and you're trying to get them into coffee, this is the place to start. If you're looking to start a gateway problem for somebody, this is the way to go. If you're looking for actual coffee, this is not the way to go, but I think it's delicious. I do not mind at all, and let's keep running errands. I have a very exciting errand today because I got my very first Etsy order. I'm so excited about it, and I packed a bunch of extra goodies because it is my very first sale, and I'm just so grateful for the support. Actually, I can show you what I've packed. Is it weird that I'm just sitting right outside the drive-thru? Do you think that they're gonna think it's weird? I used to do this all the time in Atlanta. So my Etsy thing, these are extra stickers that I want to stick like outside the envelope. As you can see, it is not addressed, so I can safely show right now. But once the address is on, let's not. They ordered the 3-pack. I know only 2 are visible. One is hiding behind. A 3-pack of Nancy Drew stickers. So they ordered this, but I felt like they deserve more than this for being the first supporter of my shop. So I gave them pretty much one of everything that I have listed right now. There's another sticker that says do more than just exist. And this was one of the first designs that I made on my iPad when I first invested in that. And I could probably do a whole video on this idea, but it's basically, I was in a low point and I felt like I was just existing. That's what that sticker is about for me, is do more than just exist. Do more, seek out joy, do things that you love, find happiness, go on car picnics, do vlogs, do whatever it is that you want to do, chase your dreams. I'm not gonna pull all of them out. It's a whole big pack of all the rest of my stickers, one of each, and of course my little ghosty guy up front and center because he's adorable. The enamel pin of him, cute little fella pin, and the eyes and the star glow in the dark, the ghost dogs in the cemetery. The eyes and the moon up here, which is really tiny. I should have made the moon bigger, but the eyes and the moon all glow in the dark, which is really cool. Both pins, pack of all of my stickers, another sticker that wouldn't fit in the bag, just barely, and then the stickers that they actually ordered. All of those are going into the package. This is the moment where we seal it and we think, is everything in there that needs to be in there? I sure hope so. Let's go send this off. That was chaos. Normally, if I'm sending packages, I just go in and they have a self-service kiosk. It asks you all the questions that you need to know, and then it prints out a sticker, and you just slap that on the package. And that was what I was accounting for. One side would be the stickers, and then the post office sticker on the front, and then maybe I would add, you know, some of the extra stickers, you know, around. And it would be cute, it would be lovely, it would be great, it would be grand. And then Go in and the self-service kiosk cannot do packages, which is what I needed it for. I'm standing in line to be able to mail stuff off. So I see one person addressing one of those stickers that's to and from, and I don't know what it's for. It's not my fault. And in the mail office, it's like first priority, express, first class. I don't know what any of those mean, nor does it have the price on the stickers. So I'm like, okay, I don't know what this is for. This might not be what I need, but I'm gonna fill it out anyway, because sometimes it's just helpful that you've written out the addresses. That part I was correct about. I get up there and she's like, you want it overnight? Because like she can already tell I have done the wrong thing. And I'm like, I normally use the self-service kiosk. I'm so sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. And she takes pity on me. She's really nice about it, gets me a marker. She's like, just put it on the envelope. Except you saw the envelope. I know how this is gonna end. It's a shiny gold envelope. I don't think that's gonna work, but I do as instructed. I walk away with the marker, write all the information on it, and I can barely see it, barely visible. And so I'm like, this doesn't seem great. So I've already written out a sticker on nice white lovely sticker paper. And so I tear out the addresses that I have already handwritten, and I'm like, maybe I just put those on? Really hot in here. So I get up there and I'm like, it's barely visible. I don't know if these will help. She's like, I'll take care of it. So what she did, the addresses were pretty much taking up the entire front, and she did feel bad about this, and I feel bad about this. It had to cover up the stickers on the back. So I'm glad that I recorded that for posterity, because ain't nobody else gonna see that except for here, because the label, it's weird, janky addresses on the front, and the label wrapped from the lower part of the front all the way around. I don't know what was happening. It was a mess. It was very weird. I think if I was on the receiving end of this package, I would be like, what happened here? But we live and learn. So after that experience, we're gonna do lunch next and then go back home, get back to work. Yeah. And we're back. I just finished having lunch and I am about to get to work on a very strange project. It is not what I normally work on, and it started out very exciting and then it turned into kind of a nightmare. The company where I work has a yearly conference that they have, and at that conference they give out awards to their volunteers. And a couple of years ago, the trophies ended up not getting made, not getting shipped, so two of the volunteers that were supposed to get pretty important honorifics, they got nothing. They were named on stage and that's it, and they were told that they were going to get their trophies later, and then that just kind of fell through. It didn't happen. So when I found that out earlier this year, and I was like, I can make something really cool, one thing led to another. So it's been months, literally months, of not being able to finish these, and since then my enthusiasm for the project has very much dwindled. But I do know who these are going to, and they are very lovely people, and that is what is keeping me motivated, because I still want them to be rewarded, and I still want them to get something very good for these trophies that they deserve and they earned. The original refined plan through many other iterations was to create kind of an animatronic situation. Automaton, that's the right word. You can crank on the side and then little bits would move. There's cogs underneath and bits would move. I recognize that this does not make sense to anybody else looking at this. I had a grand plan and I had worked out how to do most of it. It's a learning experience. I am learning a lot from this project. And the biggest lesson is I'm not gonna make one of these again. but this is what we have so far. So the conference of that year was Back to the Future themed, and so that's why it has the Back to the Future car. And these are gonna go up and down, and that's the only guaranteed part of the movement that I am definitely keeping. At this point, I'm debating whether I also want the background elements to move, because that adds another layer of complexity that I may or may not be able to achieve. I wanted to be able to have this little bison kind of moving back and forth as well, and that I might be able to do. And I've been making the pieces as if that is going to happen. We are acknowledging our limits. We are acknowledging that it does not have to be perfect. It does not have to be everything. It's still gonna be cool that this goes up and down. It's still gonna be cool that it moves at all. In the meantime, I am watching Erin do her Nancy marathon. Sorry, I'm just waving a saw around. Watching a Nancy marathon. So I'm gonna turn that back on as I work. And right now it's Danger on Deception Island, which is pretty cool. I missed Haunted Carousel because she did that late last night. That's working beautifully. This first one, I had tried to cut through this window with the Dremel, and the wheel isn't thick enough or wide enough, like the diameter of the wheel could not get through the thickness of this wood. And also then the disc shattered, so that's a horrible idea for many different reasons, but that's why this one was already started. Yes! I was worried I was gonna have to cut that. On the other one I will, but this one, oh, I got lucky. Yes. This box is now prepped that I can actually finally start attaching some pieces. This is working. Can't believe I got it to work. Oh, it did it.
Oh yeah, I love multitasking while I watch streams.
It's actually the next day. Ordered myself a coffee from Dunkin' and some other breakfast goodies so that we can get some fuel before this And I have on Erin doing the Nancy-thon. Right now she's troubleshooting, which is entertaining me more than it should. Just got my Dunkin' delivered so that I can keep working on stuff here. And they were out of, on DoorDash, I ordered what I had never seen before was banana bread with chocolate chips. And that does still sound amazing, but unfortunately, slash fortunately, they did not have it. My dasher was like, hey, do you want another muffin instead? And I was like, hey, can I have chocolate donut holes instead? So I got chocolate donut holes. That was a very long way of saying that. Chocolate donut holes. It is the next day. I have just showered. My hair is still wet. And I am so excited. Yesterday I got my second Etsy order and I don't know who it is. That's super cool. I'm super excited. So I've got to pack that up. I don't have thank you cards or anything. And the first one I just hand wrote and I want to kind of legitimize it a little bit more. I'm gonna print a few things out, pack it up, and take it to the mailbox. So that's exciting. Gotta do that this morning, and then work more on that situation that's down there that I've been working on. I'm looking forward to be done with those. mailing this is taking longer than I expected it to, partly because I did not know where the post office box was, like one of the blue boxes. Went past the turn that I needed to, had to find a good spot to park. We'll still need to walk a little bit, and it's a really good thing that I realized before I walked I had forgotten the letter. And you know what's really helpful when you're trying to mail something? The thing you're trying to mail. So I'm about to go drop this off drop it into a blue box. The downside to that is it doesn't have a tracking number that way. So I will have to keep that in mind for any future Etsy orders. It is absolutely beautiful outside, and I don't want to go back inside. I have to. I have work to do, but I don't want to. So I'm just taking a minute and sitting outside for a little bit. There's an ant in my car. I hope there aren't more. Oh, there are more. There are more ants. Oh no. We had done a road trip and we had some of the trash in the back, and I didn't realize that until recently, and it's been months. So, do you want ants? Because that's how you get ants. Oh, this has been a journey. Still catching on a few points. This little nubby is a bit too long, and I did that intentionally. This foam is really easy to cut down. The wood is not. I don't know. It still needs some experimenting, but it is like base level, minimum functional. Like, I have the motion there. Like, this is exciting. Oh no, things got twisted. Oh no, things got detached. Oh no, we've still got a ways to go, but in theory, this works. And that is something. If you've ever worked with thermoplastic moldable pellets before, you put the pellets into water, hot water, almost boiling, but not quite boiling because you're gonna have to fish it out and then touch this. Melts the plastic to a point where it can be shaped. And the hotter it is, the more flexible the pellets become, and they sort of mush together into almost like a plastic clay. As it cools off, you're able to put in more fine details because it retains its shape a little bit better, hardens up as it cools off. It's really cool stuff. I've only played with it a little bit, but I think this might be the solution to my current problem. What I want is some sort of thing that can hold on to these wooden pieces to keep the dowel and cog together. Right now I'm using craft foam, and as you might imagine, that is not the most durable thing to attach things with. I'm wondering if this would help. In the meantime, Erin is streaming Nancy Drew Curse of Blockmore Manor, so that is exciting to have on in the background. I always love having Nancy on in the background. It's just one of those, like, it's a comfort show basically, because I've seen it so many times that I don't have to pay attention. Okay, I don't think I recorded anything yesterday, so welcome to Friday. I am hoping, I've got all my fingers crossed, that today is the last day, at the very least, the last day of mechanical pieces, and I do think that end is going to happen in the first half of today. So right now we've got this one works and this one is about to work. I was working on those yesterday. I ended yesterday waiting for glue to dry. That was the spot that I was in when I ended yesterday. And now it's attaching a little bit more just for security and to make sure that things always align properly. The attachment that I need to add is I need a ring around this zip tie and this post back here so that it stays aligned as it moves up and down. As you can see, it wants to pop over that way so that it doesn't mess with this cog and get caught up, which it has already done in tests. Let's look at the inside. So this is everything that's going on there in the bottom of it, and it works. It was very fiddly, but it works. Truly, I feel so accomplished to have gotten this thing figured out and working, and it is not my wheelhouse. I have built things before, but I've never built, reluctant to call this an automaton because it is 3 cogs, but it works. It is 4 o'clock and I got the mechanical pieces mostly working. I say mostly because it still kind of bounces in a way that I'm not really happy with. But I tried my best and I'm done. So I think I'm gonna leave it that way. It's been a journey. So it is the end of day. I have one more thing to glue, but I'm gonna sit on the couch and do that. We have made significant progress. We did not get as far as I wanted, but we did get far enough. The background for this one is the one that I still need to glue up. I think all the mechanical parts are done. I think. Even added little bits on the handles to make them a little bit easier to turn. I cleaned up a little bit of where I was sitting, so there's no longer a blanket in here. I can bring my desk chair back, and the rest I can do without sitting on the floor, so that's exciting. My back hurts so much from sitting on the floor. I'm ready to be done with these. I think that I have definitely recorded way too much for this video already, so I am actually going to call it. So the finish of these is going to be in next week's video. They are both functioning. All I have to worry about is the set dressing. So next week we're going to be back in my wheelhouse. It's going to be making me look pretty. So I shall leave it here. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.